Okay, so people who are gender nonconformists get this question a lot. So, when you go out, which bathroom do you go into? As you can imagine, that can be quite a dilemma for your average trans person. Because on the one hand, it's like, if I go into the women's bathroom, they might yell and freak out and call security. But on the other hand, it's like, if I go into the men's bathroom, they might beat my head up against the towel dispenser until I collapse, a bloody broken wreck on the cold tile floor. It's kind of like playing Russian roulette with your bladder. Now, for me personally, the bathroom question has always been kind of complex, and the answer has evolved over the years. For a long time, I was just like, I'm just gonna hold it. I'm just gonna... Now, if I thought I looked particularly passable that day, then I might go into the women's bathroom. I mean, after all, what they don't know won't hurt me. Now, but then again, if I'm there to do a show and I reveal myself on stage, and then I'm more likely to go to the men's room, because by then the issue has been addressed and I feel like they all know me now. But even if I do go to the men's room, I still use a stall. I don't do the whole hike up my skirt to use the urinal thing like people so love to use to comedic effect, because I find it still makes them a little uncomfortable when it's all up in their face like that. That was perhaps a poor choice of word. But these days, more often than not, I use the women's room, and I do that for two reasons. Number one, I'm a little bit more confident in my appearance, and number two, it's really just easier on the guys that way. Because what I found would happen is, as I'm coming out of the men's room, they would come into the men's room and they'd see me and they'd be like, "Oh, crap, I'm in the wrong I'm sorry." And then before I could stop them, they would head out of the bathroom into the other bathroom, and then he's like, "Oh, my bad, ladies, I'm in the wrong bathroom." What the f... But after years of dealing with this issue, I have noticed a few contrasts between the men's and women's bathrooms, so I thought I'd let the guys know what it's like in the women's bathroom, and vice versa. So here we go. Ladies, the men's bathroom is a terrible place to be. For one thing, the floor is all sticky. It's like the janitor was making the mop water and he was like, "Well, let's see, some Mr. Clean, some Ajax. Can't forget the King syrup. We put some of these Jolly Ranchers in." Entering a stall in the men's room is like entering a gate to oblivion. It's like a chaotic realm full of demons and lizard people. And if the toilet seat is any indication, as soon as a man begins to pee, he is suddenly taken with inexplicable violent epileptic seizures. And the faucets in the men's room run not with water, but with liquid syphilis. And sometimes you go into the men's bathroom, you go into a stall, and there's just this big, unflushable mound of toilet paper just chilling in the toilet bowl like, "Hey, how's it going?" And it's like, really? Really? What were you trying to accomplish that couldn't be solved by traditional wiping methods? Did you get finished taking a crap and the turd was like, "Ha ha ha ha, you fool! Now that you have birthed me into this world, I, Turdistophanes, will wreak havoc upon all that is the mortal realm." And you were just like, "Oh, crap! And then it was like, "Toilet paper, my only weakness, no!" So, yeah, men's bathroom, not so great. Okay, guys, the women's bathroom is awesome. Dudes, get this. You go into the women's bathroom, and the floor and the walls are all their original color. There's like a love seat, there's like a nice big mirror, there's like an Xbox 360 with an HD TV. The faucets in the women's restroom run with water because their bathrooms are cleaner. But right next to the faucet in the women's restroom, there's another faucet that runs not with water, but with bacon. They don't even eat the bacon, it's just there because you would like it. Women have to worry about hair and makeup, and so it can be a tedious chore to constantly maintain by yourself. So a lot of the times, women will invite other women to come into the bathroom with them so that they can chat while they freshen up. And for that reason, there generally tends to be more of a social atmosphere in the women's restroom. You don't get that cold, tense silence that you get in the men's bathroom. Because, of course, men are afraid that if they interact, they might catch a glimpse of a penis. Now, of course, there are some men that will invite other men into the bathroom with them, but if they do that, that is with the intention of catching a glimpse of a penis. And even most of the less clean bathrooms are dirty by women's standards. Whenever I hear a woman say, "Oh my God, this place is disgusting," having spent so much time in men's bathrooms, I'm kind of like, she thinks this is dirty. That's cute. Whenever I hear women complain about how dirty a women's public restroom is, I kind of feel like a Somalian kid listening to an emo kid complain about how rough their life is. So yeah, women's restrooms generally cleaner. However, when you walk into the women's restroom at a public place, you better be prepared to get straight judged. Just like a men's restroom can be a test for your immune system, a woman's restroom can be a test for your self-esteem. As you walk into the women's restroom, certain looks can convey certain ideas. For example, and heaven forbid it's a group of 2 or more women who came into the bathroom together, because when you leave, you're getting straight talked about. And if you look real tore up, they don't even have to know each other. They will bond over how jacked up you look. They'll be all like, "Did you see the one doing her makeup over by the Xbox? Girl, she need to cut some eye holes in that knockoff Fendi bag and wear it over her head, because that was disgraceful." Who you telling? That disaster was not meant for human eyes. She is going to turn somebody into a pillar of salt. So yeah, and of course there are exceptions to every rule. Like, I have heard legends of clean men's bathrooms some places, and some of my female friends have told me nightmare tales involving bathroom stalls and menstruation that I won't even get into. But for the most part, everything I said was absolutely true, literally, and anyone who tells you differently is lying. Okay, it's time to come clean. There are not actually bacon faucets, though there would be if my congressman would ever respond to my emails.